Good evening, friends. And as we start our journey on taking different paths of law, thereafter, we also thought that if we could do something, as the name suggests, of our channel Beyond Law, to take certain soft skills. During this journey which we have embarked, we met across Mr. KP, his short name, and a popular name. So we thought, why not, as a lawyer or as a professional or anybody else for such, should know how to write. And if one can write, then he can also write a book. Therefore, we connected with him. He said that KP said that let's take something as to what could be the 5 steps which you have can think over so that you can write a book. And for that, whether you have to do it consciously, subconsciously, these are the steps which one has to think over. And before we ask KP to share his insights, I would also like to share that he is author of a famous book, that is the 15 scientific steps to of an ordinary person to become extraordinary. He can make me stand corrected. And even he says that if you learn this thing after reading that book, even if you are even 7th grade pass, you can think like an Einstein. This is the basic crux of his book. He will share how that book can be bought and what are the people into that book. But as we speak on today's topic, it is in respect of as to how you can think over what are the steps which you can create for writing a book. Over to you, KP.
Yeah, thank you very much, Vikas, for giving this opportunity. And I'm super excited to talk to your audiences. And I love sharing the things with people, what I know, so that the world is going to become a much better place. That's the most important thing. That's the thing. And about my book name is 15 Scientific Secrets of Your Extraordinary Mind. This is the book, 15 Scientific Secrets of Your Extraordinary Mind. Okay, that is my book. And over to this, first of all, when people start thinking of writing a book, what really happens? When they start, they're so scared to start the book, what to write in the book. They get so many ideas. Okay, today I'll be writing in this area, tomorrow I'll be writing in this area. And finally, what happens is they end up not writing anything. Some people, they come out of this starting inertia and they get into writing something. After writing 5 pages, 10 pages, 20 pages, 30 pages, what really happens is they stop getting another next zone because they're not clear what to write in that. So totally, and some people, they go ahead with it. They do not know how to complete the book. So this is happening because of certain reasons, and we need to understand that. And number 2 thing is, anybody can write a book and everybody must write a book. So it is so easy if you know the codes, your subconscious codes, to write your dream book. Over to Vikas. Any other question?
Yeah, KP, what steps do you feel that it can be done and how it can be done?
Okay. So first of all, any book can be created by following these 5 steps. And today, I'm going to discuss with you what are those 5 steps. Okay. The number 1 step when you are going to write your book, the first thing that you have to see is, what is the vision and mission of your book? You might be thinking, what is the vision of a book? What is the mission of a book? I'll explain you. To understand the vision of your book, you need to know the vision of yours. And to understand this term vision, I need to give some example and with a concept. The vision comprises 2 areas. One is your core ideology, and the another one is the envisioned future. What is the core ideology? Core ideology again comprises two things: your core value and core purpose. I'm going to give you an example. What is the meaning of core value? Core value is that value which you are not going to sacrifice at any cost. Let me give an example to you. Mahatma Gandhi, when he started fighting with the Britishers, he took his core value as non-violence, that is ahimsa. He never detached from that till his death. There are people like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, everybody came, but they are having a different approach. He told them, either you come with me or go in your own way. So because of his core value, people might not be liking him or something. It's not about somebody liking you, somebody doesn't like you. It's not about that. Core value is something, it is never ever going to be sacrificed at any cost. I'm going to give an example. If you see a police and if you see army person, so what really happens when you think about police? You don't get that respect. I'm not defaming anybody. It's an analysis. Okay. When you think about army person, you get that respect within you. Why that happens? Whenever there is a crisis, we call army. We don't get into the police force. There is some urgency happens. Why? Because when they get into the army, they get trained like nation first at whatever it happens. When the enemy comes in front of you, know that you are going to die, but still you fight and then you die. Okay, that is what is called as the core value. Okay, so that is why whenever we think of police, we think of different terms altogether. Some jugaad, some kind of that is not proper for the society. I don't want to name all these things. You understand it better. So that respect, that is why it doesn't go to them. But think of army, it goes. That is why it is because of the core value. Next is the purpose. The core purpose is something for which you are going to live your life. Mahatma Gandhi's core purpose was to give independence to the people of this country, whatever it takes. That's what he was living that life. My life is that helping out people to take out their dream book from their subconscious mind. So these are so many things. Somebody's thing is servicing poor people, those who are not getting food and all, providing them food. So your purpose, you know better, so that you should know. So those two things, and apart from that, there are two things. Envision future. Envision future comprises two things. One is the BHAG, that is big, hairy, audacious goal. बहुत बड़ा साहसी रोंगटे खड़ा कर देने वाला गोल, लक्ष्य, उसको कहते हैं बिग है. मतलब ऐसा एक बड़ा सोच लेना कि अभी कंट्री को इंडिपेंडेंस देना, इंडिया जैसे कंट्री को, महात्मा गांधी को, वो बहुत बड़ा गोल था, राइट? तो वो होता है बड़ा चीज. सपोज आप अगर आपके पास आज की डेट में एक 10 लाख 50 लाख का नेटवर्थ है, आप अगर एक 500 करोड़ का, 1000 करोड़ का, 10,000 करोड़ का नेटवर्थ बनाना चाहते हैं, तो एक बिग गोल हो जाता है. तो उसी को हम BHAG कहते हैं. और एक विविड डिस्क्रिप्शन. विविड डिस्क्रिप्शन मतलब क्लियर डिस्क्रिप्शन. क्लियर डिस्क्रिप्शन मतलब how you are going to get into that journey, how you are going to, you need to write something like by 2035, let's say, I'll be having 500 crores in my account. I'm serving these people, that people, I'm getting Padma Shri award, I'm getting invited across the country, all over the world. So all these things you can write, an entire picture of your journey you can think of. That is called as, because there is a huge thing in when you enter into vision, but you need to have these things. So when you get the vision and mission is nothing but the purpose, then what really happens? You get the clarity for your book. So when I started writing my book, I thought of doing one thing. There are so many ups and downs were there in my life. And it was very difficult for me to come up, but I came up very well. And that how it has happened. It is because I have followed these things, like this is the thing I'll be going through, and that is the thing I'll be going through. And whenever I'm going to write something that is going to help the mankind, that is why I have related the scientific laws, what we have studied in our school days, that with the mind, I did the proper research and application and everything. And after that, I came out with my book. So that is what, when you are going for your book, the first step is you need to have the vision. Okay, that is number one. Number two, you must be having your big why in front of you. What is the meaning of big why? The big why comes with so many things. What are the things? Most important thing for you, what is the objective behind your book? What is the objective? Objective means what? Where your book is going to take you, or what your book is going to do for you. Suppose you're writing a book and you are thinking that you are getting TV opportunities, you are getting television opportunities, you are getting coaching contracts, consulting contracts, opening a new business, getting traveling opportunities. These are all transforming lives, impacting lives. These are the objectives of your book. Note it down. This is the most important part. If you have the objective clear, that is going to happen, that is going to reflect. When I started writing my book, I had my objective that I have written. I will be invited by the television, newspaper, everything. And I got 12 newspapers have covered, 3 TV channels have covered me because of this. There are many more things, coaching contracts, consulting contracts. These are all the things I've written. So we'll see that. Those are the things, whatever you want to get from your book, you can think of. Okay. Next is why you must write. It is giving back to the society. Because you have to repay the debt, what you are having. You might be asking, what is the debt for me? See, you are staying here, right? Somebody has constructed the house. You paid it, purchased it. You're getting air, you're getting water, you're getting infrastructure, you're getting technology, you are getting entertainment, you're getting a job, everything. It is because of somebody else has done the work. Today, we're able to enjoy that thing now. And we're able to survive through that. So it is our responsibility. See, monetary help also we can do, but that is a different thing. But if you write a book and you share your story with the world, what really happens is people will come to know about you and about your journey. And people like you must be there. Oh my God, he's talking like me. He's talking to me in my book. In his book, he's talking about me and how he got the transformation. So you must be knowing Louise Hay, right? You can heal your mind, you can heal your body. And Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. What are those books about? The books are about the journey, the analysis, and everything. And when they have shared with the world has become a much better place. The secret, how many people got impacted by that? And you should also think that your book is going to impact the world one day. And with that, you will be giving your rent, okay, or your stay here in this universe. Number 3, it is going to not about the third step, it is about the part of big why. So you are going to generate a new business, new career out of it. Okay, so you want to plan, okay, I want to become a coach. Suppose somebody is a trainer. Let me give an example. Suppose Vikas is there. He is an advocate, let's say, and he is dealing with civil cases, let's say. Now, if he's writing a book in the area of how to purchase a land, before how to purchase a land from somebody in different areas, because there are so many, illegal things happen in land purchase and all. So how to purchase the right land, okay? And so those things he can write in a book. Similarly, somebody is a coach. Let's say he is a public speaking coach, let's say. And how to build confidence and how to speak in front of people. If somebody is going to write in that area, because about his profession, if he's writing, then what is going to happen? It is going to impact the lives of others. I hope you have got it. And not only that, it is going to create a new opportunity for him, and it is going to benefit his audience as well. Because in this process, you are making money as well, not a problem. Next is going to create a new personality of yours. What is the meaning of new personality? The new personality means, I'm going to explain you. The way you behave today, the way you talk today, the way you do things today, it is because of your mind program, right? Mind program is nothing but your personality, okay? And that is why whatever is your personality, that is your personal reality, okay? That defines you as a person. Now, if you are going to go with the same personality, you are going to get the same result. Now, you need to change your personality. How you are going to change your personality? You need to change your mind program. Now, what really happens when you write a book? And when, without writing a book, what happens? You are going through normal activities, right? And you are going to the office, waking up, getting ready, going to the office, talking to the people, working there, coming back, sitting entering into the house, watching TV, then having your dinner, going to bed. This is a routine activity. That is not the new thing. That is your current mind program. Now, when you start writing a book, what really happens? You have to think in a new way. So you have to think thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts. And as per scientific research, one single new thought creates 1800 new neurons. What are neurons? They're transmitters, right, of your thought and all signals. So that creates your mind program. So when you are writing a book, you are thinking about thousands of thoughts. So you're creating millions and millions of neurons. And with that, you are creating a new mind program, new neuron network, and that defines your personality. Okay, a new personality is going to be created. A new you is going to be created when you write a book. Okay, so these are the two steps. First is you need to have the vision. Second thing, you need to have your big why. Now we'll be entering into the third step. Okay, so whenever you are entering into the third step, you need to understand one thing. You need to have the idea behind your book. You need to have the idea behind your book. What is your big idea or book idea? That is what you need to have. To understand that, what you need to do is you need to understand this most important concept. That concept is the 4C theory. If you want to note down, you can note it. 4C theory. So what is the meaning of 4C theory? First C stands for context. What is the meaning of context? Context means, if I tell you demonetization, Kargil war, or 26/11 Taj attack, 9/11 Twin Tower attack. The moment I talk about these things, what really happens? You get the topic, tuck, 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 tuck. It comes. Suppose I'm going to tell you another context, like how to prepare a 30-minute, how to prepare a meal in 30 minutes, which is healthy and hygienic. You're going to write a book on that someday. So that is the context, because, and this is for working ladies, how to prepare a quick meal, quick, healthy, hygienic meal in just 30 minutes for the, by the housewife, not housewife, working ladies. So it is going to solve the problem of a lot of people, because you are going to get healthy food. You don't have to go to the canteen or hotel and to have little bit unhygienic food and you have to earn a lot of money. But here you are getting, somebody is going to write a book on that. That is the context. Okay, yoga for 5 to 10 years children, or yoga for super senior citizens above 70 years. If somebody is going to write, these are the kind of context. So I hope you got the idea behind context. Number 2 is the content. Content is the critical part. It requires your outline and to create the content and the content. Outline it requires for creating the content, it requires outline and the content design. These two things, when you are having, then only you can design the content. Okay. Third thing is the connect. So whatever you are writing, it has to come in a flow. Suppose you are writing something and suddenly you are jumping into another case. Suppose suddenly you are there in your, let's say, in your school days, and suddenly you are going to employment days. Then there is a sudden shift in that. So this is going to break the flow. So you need to follow the flow. So you have to maintain that. Okay. And that comes through templates. When you're writing the content through templates, it will come. And fourth thing is the credibility. Credibility of what you are known for. Let's say Vikas is an advocate. So he is known for his advocacy. That is his credibility, he knows. I help people to write their book from the subconscious mind. So I'm famous for that. That is my credibility. Okay. So these are the things that you know for so far as the 4C theory is concerned. Then 4 parameters you need to consider. Whenever you are going to write the book, 4 parameters have to be there. What are those 4 parameters? First thing is your theme of your book. You need to have that theme, one-liner theme. The theme may be, how to prepare a quick, healthy, hygienic meal in 30 minutes. And it is going to be used by the working ladies for giving healthy and hygienic food for their family members. So this is the theme of your book. Now, next is, what is the purpose of that book? What is the purpose? What it is going to do? It is going to give them healthy food so that people are not going to depend upon the hotel food and they should not get, sick by taking those foods and all. Okay. And they can save money as well. So this is the purpose. Number 3 is, and this is going to help out all the working ladies, right? In 30 minutes, you are able to prepare the food. There is no problem. Every time you can have the thing, your family is going to get the food. So you know the purpose, what really happens. So what are the problems it is going to solve? 3 problems it is going to solve and 3 solutions it is going to give to the people. So what are the 4 things, 4 parameters? The number 1 parameter is the theme. Number 2 is the purpose. Number 3 problems it is going to solve. And number 4, 3 solutions it is going to give. So then what is going to happen is you will be getting that elevator pitch. This is called as the elevator pitch of your book. Somebody, you are going in the elevator, you will get hardly 40-50 seconds or 1 minute. So somebody asks, hey, what is the book about? So that should come out. These things should say, my book is about this, this is going to do this, and it is going to solve this problem, it is going to solve these problems. You can directly say that. So you have to write in 1 page and you have to do that. That gives you the clarity about the book. Number 3 in this case is about the book idea. Number 3 is, who are you as a person? Who are you as a person? Because your personality is going to reflect in your book. When you start writing, your personality unknowingly is going to come in your book only. Suppose a person who is a very short-tempered man and he's writing on mindfulness. And when he's writing on that, what is going to happen? People are, this fellow has written mindfulness. So he himself is a short-tempered. So it will not go against this. Okay. And one more very, very important thing. You need to become a book to write a book. You need to become a book to write a book. So what is the meaning of that? Every cell of your body should feel that, okay, you are writing the book. Means that feeling has to come within. Otherwise, the thoughts will not come. So those kind of things you need to bring in. And one more thing, and that is going to come, how this feeling is going to come when you have the right self-concept. You might be asking me, what is the meaning of self-concept? Self-concept is nothing but your personality. So it comprises 3 things. The number 1 is the self-image. What is your self-image? What message every time you give it to yourself? What You talk to yourself without the knowledge of others. Am I good enough? I can't do this. Book writing is not my cup of tea. I can't do this work. I cannot work. I cannot go wake up in the morning. I cannot do hard work. I can't do this. The kind of self-image, and that is what is going to reflect in your book as well. And that defines your self. Self-image is the first thing. Second thing is the self-ideal. About whom you are thinking and living your life. Somebody who's in the finance market, he must be thinking like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, Nilesh Shah. These people are doing great in the share market. Somebody is in the industry level entrepreneurship, like Mukesh Ambani, Gautam Adani, Bill Gates, or Jeff Bezos or something. You are thinking about those people. Who are a coach, then you can think of Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy kind of people. So who are your self-ideals? And third most important thing is the self-esteem. I hope everybody knows self-esteem. How much you love yourself, how much you like yourself, how much you're confident about yourself when you talk. The moment you say, somebody, getting irritated, talking, behaving in an inappropriate way and all, we can easily say this fellow is not having a good self-esteem, okay? Not behaving properly in certain situations. You are talking to somebody, he will talk to you in a rash way. What happens? We know that this fellow is having a very bad self-esteem. So I hope you got it. So what are the things for the book idea? First thing is the 4 C's, I told you. Then 4 parameters that you need to have. And who are you as a person? And every cell of your body should feel the book and the self-concept. These are the things that come in the book idea. So 3 things till now we have covered. Number 1 step is a vision of your book. Number 2 step is finding your big why. Number 3 is your book idea. After coming to that, then what really happens is the book topic you need to know. How to find out the topic of your book. I hope everybody is excited to know how to find the topic of your book, right? See, for finding the topic of your book, you need to have these 3 things in your hand. The number 1 thing is the target audience. Who is your target audience? Suppose Mr. Vikas is writing a book relating to buying a land tension-free or something like that. How to buy a land without any tension? Because there are a lot of litigation-free land, right? This is the biggest challenge for people, correct? Suppose he is writing. So who will be the target audience for him? Those people who wish to buy land, that's all. And now, if he is going to write a book, how to buy a proper land in an urban area, then that is a different thing. How to buy a land in a semi-urban area, in a rural area, then these are all the things. So your target audience gets changed, okay? That is the target. And number 2 is the NDP of your target audience. What is the meaning of NDP? N stands for needs. D stands for desire and P stands for problem. Need of a person is what somebody is going to get a good land at an affordable rate, at a proper rate, and litigation-free land. That is the need of every person. Now, because he is writing a book on that. What is the desire? Desire is getting a good land at a prime location, at a good rate. Isn't it a desire? So that is a desire. How to get that? How to crack those kind of deals to get a good deal in that? Suppose somebody, you have to inquire about some person who is in immediate need of money and he wants to sell his land. That information in some other way, if you are able to get it, then nothing like it. Okay. So like that, there are so many ways you can suggest that is his area. Next is expertise. Whether he's having expertise in that, of course, he's every day dealing with such cases, so he knows each and every aspect of that. So that is why Vikas can suggest that, okay, I want to write a book in the area of how to buy a land, how to buy a litigation-free land at an affordable price, at a proper price, appropriate price, right? Isn't it a great title? Isn't it a great topic, Vikas? Definitely, right? So because it's topic related, right? Any topic. Suppose I'm helping people to write the book. So what are the things? Who are the target audience for me? Target audience who are interested to write the book. They are the target audience for me. And what are the NDP for these people? Needs, desires, and problems. Needs people do not know. They want to write a good book. Okay, they want to write a good book. That is the need. Desire is their book is going to create, going to become a mass success. That is a desire. Something should, contact. Somebody can impact the audiences. That can be the desire. And problem is they do not know how to do that, right? So that is the NDP of this. Now, expertise. I know how to create the book from your subconscious mind. So I have that expertise and so I can write a book, how to write a book from your subconscious mind in 21 days or 10 days or 1 month, whatever it is. Got it? So this is, and if somebody says, sir, I don't have any expertise, so whether I shall go for the writing the book. Yes, you too can do that. For that, you need to know your passion, what you like, that gives you that nasha, that kind of feeling. The moment you see about that thing, you jump into that. That doesn't give you the tiredness, and that gives you that happiness. And the problems that you have solved earlier, those problems you have solved for others, and you deeply want to care, and you deeply want to solve this problem for the society. That is nothing but your passion. Now you got the passion. Suppose my passion is coaching. Okay, my passion is coaching now. Skill. Do I have a skill? Yes, I can help people to write the book. So book writing skill is there. You might be having some other skill. He's having advocacy skill. Mine is book writing skill. Okay, and demand. Of course, there is a demand because everybody, so many people want to write their book. So there is a demand for the book, right? So that means if you have passion, you have skill, and you have demand, then in that particular area, you can find out your book topic. Okay. So we have completed the four steps. Now we are about to enter into the 5th step, which is the most important step. And without that, you cannot even think of writing a good book. And to know that, what are the things you need to understand is how to create your outline of your book. And this outline can be created from your subconscious mind. And for that, you must know how to access your subconscious mind. If you know how to access your subconscious mind, then definitely you will be entering into the subconscious mind and take the details. And how to enter that? You need to enter into that alpha frequency state. You should know how to enter into the alpha frequency state. I will tell you a small example of alpha frequency state. Suppose you are waking up in the morning. At that time, you're completely silent. And during that process, what happens? You enter into that low frequency state that is called as the alpha state. Good thoughts will start coming in. And that 20 minutes, 30 minutes time, you need to utilize that. Suppose your daytime, you're taking a nap. When you are taking a nap, and after the nap, you get a lot of relaxation. And that state, the relaxed state, is nothing but the alpha state. And during that time, a lot of thoughts will come. So that is what is the natural way of getting into the alpha state. But in your own way, you can get into alpha state. There are techniques for that. But you can also do that because deep thought process level, if you go and start thinking about your book, you can create that dump of your thoughts and put down in the paper. And all your dumps you need to bring in. What are the things you're thinking about it? And then you analyze those things and you put that in an order. And that is going to create your outline. So you need to understand that it is a technical process. It has to be done with supervision and all. So somebody wants my help and approach me. I can help you out in how to enter into the subconscious mind and take the details relating to your book. The entire details relating to your book is going to come out in just 30 minutes or 45 minutes or max to max 1 hour. The entire details of your book is going to come out from your book. And that is so powerful. Number 2 is when you have taken out, when you have made the outline, you need to fill the content against those outlines. Outline means your chapters and subchapters. Okay, what are your chapters and subchapters? So you have to fill the things in the chapters and subchapters, right? How to fill that? So you require content for that. How to get the content for that? You need a template. There are different situation based. Suppose you are writing a story. There is a case study. There is a different template. Suppose you are explaining certain things. One big thing you are explaining. There is a certain way. Suppose you are preparing a speech of, let's say, 30 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 5 minutes. You can have, a kind of template for that. And suppose you are going to write instant things like sincerity. How sincerity affects you? What are the impacts of sincerity? And how sincerity can be developed? And why sincerity is required? Suppose I'm going to tell you. So these are the kind of things when you start developing, what will happen is you can create the flow of contents. Okay. So in this process, what is going to happen? The outline is created and you are creating the content against these outlines. So with this process, usually it takes 20 to 30 hours to create this entire thing. And within this process, you create the first draft of your book. Remember, the first draft of your book. Okay. And what is that fifth secret I told you? The outline. So this outline, actually, the thing is, you should not do the research and writing simultaneously. When you are preparing the outline, when you are writing the content, you should remember one thing very clearly, that you are not supposed to do the research and the writing simultaneously. You need to write the things first. Whatever is there in your mind, take it out. Because your mind has captured so many things without your knowledge. Since your childhood days, the mind got so many things that got recorded in the subconscious mind. And when you, and that is the mind program. Actually, by 7 or 8 years, your mind program is almost 90% developed. All the information has come already. Then during this journey of your life, you must have accumulated so many things. Now, those things constitute you, your personality, your mind program. And those things only we're going to take it out from your mind through certain process so that, whatever is required for your book. Suppose you are writing a book on how to find a litigation-free land in a city. Vikas must be knowing so many things, but what are the information required for getting a land in the city, litigation-free land? That is the information that is required. So those particular codes, Vikas has to bring it out from the mind. Then only it is going to be possible to take it out. Suppose he wants to write something like how to speak in the public. That is another thing. Then he has to enter into that code. So many things are there in your mind. Your mind knows many things. So you can take out by applying the code. So in this way, your first draft is going to be created. So once the first draft is created, what you have to do is you have to create the second draft. So how you are going to create the second draft? You need to do a bit of research. You have to go through the first draft. You need to review that because some sentences are, because you have written just directly, So you need to a little bit review you have to do. Then what you do is you do the research work. What is the data missed out? Suppose you are writing a book on, suppose Vikas is writing a book on land in particular city. Okay. Let's say somebody is trying to find a land in, let's say, any city, you can name it like Lucknow or suppose something like Lucknow, you are going to find it out. Okay. Now, what are the lands available? How much land is available? This research you won't be having. Those kind of research you need to do. What are the prices in different areas? Who are the people who are owning it? A lot of information is required. So those things you can find out through research, and that is done in the second draft. And that hardly takes around 2 to 3 days for doing the research. So around 20 to 30 hours for this, 2 to 3 days for doing the research. And then when you have got this, what you need to do is you need to compile the things. So how you are going to put the things over there. And apart from that, you need to collect the stories of your life. What is relating to this? Suppose Vikas is writing a book on how to get the land in a city, in a litigation-free land. Now he must be coming out with some stories. Some ex-person has gone and tried to purchase, and somebody was giving at a cheaper cost. He thought that, okay, I'm getting a land at a cheaper cost. He entered into that. And finally, he found out that it is a litigation land. There is a dispute. And this fellow has lost the money. And now he is fighting a court case to get that thing. And another thing is somebody's land is there and somebody has already acquired, and there is a case going on in that. So again, that is a litigation land. So there are many things, that you have to see the map of the land and who are the people adjacent to that. All these things, uh, you need to find out, and what are the things he has done. So this kind of stories. So you must be having 30, 40, 50 stories, such kind of things. So he will collect those stories and you will write. So you got the stories, you got the research, how many land area and everything, and you have written the first draft. Now all things you need to compile and you create the third draft. When you create the third draft, what you do, you create some suitable codes, some suitable stories, then concept of that thing, then moral of that. Then after the end of the chapter, what you need to do is you need to summarize it. And you can give an activity that what are the things you are not supposed to do while buying the land. Suppose these activities. So everything, summary is a must. Okay. Whenever you're writing a non-fiction book, summary is a must. So you can have the summary. Okay. So I hope you have got all the things. So all the 5 things have 5 steps I have told you. Let me repeat it once again. Revise it. The first thing that I told you is the vision of your book and mission of your book. That is number 1. Finding your big why. That is number 2. So what are the things in the big why? Your objective has to be clear. And you can have, business opportunities in that. And sorry. Okay. So your new personality, how you're going to create and all these things, those things I have covered. Okay, your big why. Then your book idea, in that I've told you about 4C theory and 4 parameters. Okay, what are the things, the main things I've told you. Number 4 is the book topic, how to find out your book topic. For that, you need to find out your target audience. Then you have to find out their NDP, needs, desires, and problems. And the thing is, what is your expertise? And then passion, skill, and demand. If you have these things, then you will be getting the topic of your book. That is the 4th one. The 5th one is finding the outline and content of your book, how to do that. And first draft, second draft, third draft preparation. And the caution is never ever do research and writing together. So with these 5 steps, if you enter into your book writing process, I'm telling you, and in doing the outline things and all, you need to access your subconscious mind. How you can access your subconscious mind? You can access your subconscious mind through your alpha frequency. But for that, you need to have your vision and mission very clear in front of you. And another thing I will be telling you, while writing the book, every cell of your body should feel that. What you are as a person, that also should come. So those kind of things that is going to help you out to write a great book. And anything over to you, Vikasji? Anything you would like to know specific?
Thank you for sharing your knowledge. It's always a pleasure to understand your answers. It's not just like writing the book. I can say that even if you write as a student for a question answer, you have to formulate what is the question, what is the answer, what is the path, and what is the end. And similarly, like you said, that I've also seen that not only for the book, even otherwise, perseverance, persistence, and performance are all 3 correlated aspects. Like you have shared, we have also learned that you run workshops. We will share the number, those who want that number. You can also tell it otherwise. Those who want to connect with you, that can be told for the workshop part. And you have also rightly said that you should have a vision, then you have to think how to go about it, the 4 C's, 4 P's, and then the outline. And like you said, the outline and at the same time thinking about it simultaneously. It's a different perspective altogether. Like a few questions I will ask, what we have received on the WhatsApp is, like, how do you visualize that how much pages should be the book? How that can be formulated in the first instance?
Okay. So normally I suggest people to write a book, 20,000 words. That is a very decent one. And it will be like 120 pages, 110 pages book. Like you can see the book of, Eat That Frog, hardly 106 pages. And one more book is there, 1 Minute Manager, Who Moved My Cheese. These are all small books, but powerful books. 90 pages, 100 pages. Suppose you are having 18,000, 20,000, 22,000 words. Fantastic. Some books go up to 25,000, 30,000. That is also good. But beyond 30,000, I suggest not to go for it. If you have a lot of information, then create a series of books. That's what I suggest.
Then number two, normally a question would arise. How do you filter your thoughts while writing a book?
That's a very good question. How do you filter your thoughts? See, so for that, what you have to do is you have to take down all your thoughts from your mind first. Okay. Then sort out your thoughts. Like you are going to the market and you are seeing different types of potatoes, different sizes of potatoes, big size potatoes, medium size, smaller size, still smaller size, still smaller size, this type of things. So whatever thoughts you are getting, you need to put that in their attributes. Somebody is having, different attributes, characteristics of that process should be there. So that will constitute your chapters. I hope you got that point. Because you take out the thoughts, whatever is coming to your mind, just take it out. Then what you do is you sort it out. Okay, this is belonging to this category. Suppose sincerity, integrity, hard work, these are coming in this. Then case studies, application of case studies, analysis of cases, all these things will come in strategy. So this is coming when you are going to the strategy chapter, you will be getting this. Whenever you are going to get into the characteristics of a person should be there when you are getting into some profession. These are the things, hard work, sincerity, integrity, these are the kind of things that is. So in this way, you can prepare, chapters and sub-chapters.
Yeah. The next question, which anybody would feel, like you're given 20,000 words, what do you feel, what should be the ideal font size while you have to publish a book? And
that is Georgia 11 is the size. Georgia 11, 5.5 by 8.5 is the book size that you have to go for. And Georgia 11 is the font size. And 1.15 is the gap. And sometimes if you want to little bit increase your pages, you can go for 1.5 also, that line gap. But usually we go for 1.15, but in less pages, suppose 18,000 words somebody has written, then you can go for 1.5 so that you'll get a little bit more pages, more clarity, more spaciousness you'll be getting.
Then one of the next questions, one who has written a book, how do you, within the space, how do you create that space in the social media, print, etc., that people come to know that you have written a book?
Very good question again. So this is about how to promote your book, how to sell your book, ultimately when you have written. The first thing is, whenever I told you that whenever you are writing a book, without these 4 C's, you cannot write the book. First C is your context, content, connect, and credibility. These 4 things have to be there. And the topic must be on your expertise area. Then your target audience should be there. And the needs and desires and problems of the target audience. Those things should be addressed. But deep analysis has to be there. Just like that, what people are doing, there are some content reservoir is there. They say that go to 20 books in the same areas and research those books, take out your content and make your content and start writing. This is the ideal process, people say. But those are not your content. They are somebody else's content. Those are somebody else's content. And if you try to bring somebody else's content and put it here, your audience is very smart and they will do that. Do you think that Brian Tracy has written Eat That Frog? Do you think that he has copied from somewhere? Absolutely no. He has not done any research. He knows the thing. He has lived that life. So he has written all these things, whatever he speaks. So how to do the time management, how to do a task, all these things are given. So clearly, so much touching it is. Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles, beautiful ways he has explained the things. So those are the things, those practical approach should be there. Just like that, for the sake of becoming an author, इधर से उठा लो, उधर से उठा लो, फिर डाल दो अपना book हो गया, never ever. And those people are going to be bounced by the public. Your book is never, ever, ever going to be successful. Whatever you do, it will not be. Write a good content. Then what you do? Build a course around your book. Whenever you have written a book, build a course around it. Suppose you are writing a book in the how to find a land, in a urban area, litigation-free land. Suppose you are building a course, there are so many people that are going to buy your course because you will become popular because you have written a book. The moment you write a book, everything comes in black and white. I've given you so many secrets, how to position yourself. This is the beautiful way to position yourself. Then see, my book is in #1 since more than 1 year. My book is in #1 in Amazon. You just check it out. Every time now also you open, you'll find #1. Continuously it is getting sold out. How it is happening? No advertisement, nothing. So the content is good. So I know I talk to people. So I have shown you this. So somebody is interested. I have given you the link of this book, 15 Scientific Secrets of Your Extraordinary Mind. You can go to Amazon, you can check it. And you see the book, the quality of book, the kind of content written, you'll be surprised. So this is how you need to take it up and people will know. See, you are not Robin Sharma, right? You are not Tony Robbins. You are not Jack Canfield that your book somebody is going to buy. Why they will buy? The question is that. So you should go and it will take time. So nobody has become famous, Jack Canfield for his chicken soup series, he has to fight a lot. He has to go through a lot of pain. And finally, his book is now 60 crore copies sold out. You can imagine, 600 million copies are sold out of chicken soup series. So that is how slowly, once you get that escape velocity, your book will move. So create that brand thing and all. When the content is original, then only it will come. Else it will not come.
Thank you for sharing that aspect that greatness of great men was not achieved in a sudden flight. It was while others were sleeping, they used to toil at night. Now, another aspect which people would like to understand, even from your book, what will they have that peep in that 15 ideas?
Again, fantastic question. Loved it. Okay. So first thing is what I have done. So let me explain. Newton's, suppose how many know Newton's first law? Newton's first law says that a body is in a state of rest or in a state of motion. That is called as the inertia until and unless it is disturbed by some decisive force. Let me explain it. Now I am sitting here, you are sitting there. We are in a state of inertia. If somebody is coming from behind or from side and they push us with the decisive force, so that will be moved from one place to another place. Or suppose you are traveling in a bus. So what is the speed of the bus? Your body also acquires that speed. That is why you are in the state of inertia, that is called. That is state of rest or state of motion, that is called inertia. That inertia can be broken with a decisive force. Suppose you are having a 10 kg object. You cannot push that in your finger. If it is a 1 kg object, you can push that. So the amount of force required to move a force of a weight of 10 kg, you require more force. And for 1 kg, you require less force. Similarly, what happens in our life, whenever we try to do something, let's say you have never woken up early in the morning, now 5 o'clock and going to the gym and walking and all every day, that exercise. Suddenly people take a resolution in the new year and they think that they will achieve all these things and all. But what really happens? After 3-4 days, they lose that momentum. Why they lose that? Because it requires a different kind of frequency here, different kind of force. That force is nothing but your determination, your willpower. And that you don't have when you are trying to do that. So you have to go through a process. You have to build that habit slowly, steadily. Then you have to change your mind program. What is your big why for waking up early in the morning? Then only you will do that. Suppose, I'll tell you. Suppose one of the example I'll tell you. Suppose somebody is a chain smoker. Okay. And he's now 55 years old or something. Now one day he started developing some pain in the chest and all. And he has visited the doctor. And he has been trying to quit smoking for so many years, but he is not able to do so. Now the doctor says that if now onwards you are smoking cigarette, you are going to die in 2 months. He will quit immediately because nobody wants to die, right? So that is the decisive force there. So I hope you got the point what I meant to say. So similarly, there are many laws of things like specific heat. And I've written in one more is
To
There
every
are many
action, there is the equal and
related
opposite.
need.
The famous one is that to every action, there is equal and opposite reaction.
Oh, Newton's third law. So next is the Newton's third law, right? So in the Newton's third law, one of the things is everybody thinks that you means put a force, you'll every action is having equal and opposite direction, and that comes through different bodies. I mean, different sides. Suppose you are walking on the road. Now you are putting a force on the road, and the road is also giving you that lift. Then only you are able to walk. If the road doesn't give you that thing, it will not go. So you have the two things, you and road. So two objects are always involved here. So that is what whenever there is a thing I have written over there. The unselfish effort to bring cheer to others will be the beginning of a happier life for ourselves. That is Helen Keller. You know that Helen Keller, the Black movie. You know, you must be knowing that, right? So here, what is the thing is your whatever things you are giving today, unselfishly. There is a quote also I have written over there. Somebody's quote that is not present one. If you help the world selflessly, the universe is going to help you endlessly. It's not my quote, somebody's quote, I don't know. If you help the world selflessly, the universe will help you endlessly. Means, suppose you are helping out people with an intention that, okay, their life is going to become better. And somebody will come and say, sir, you are doing such a great work. Why don't you come down here and give an interview so that other people will also know about it? And then suddenly what happens, people will start noticing you and people will start, giving you respect. Then there are so many other things that is going to. So selflessly, when you start giving to the people, suppose you are charging 10 rupees from people and you are giving 100 rupees value. So people will know that this fellow always gives more. And that is what is the message. So every action is having its opposite and equal reaction. See that opposite reaction. So I'm telling in a thappad maroge to thappad, ye to main bata sakta hu. But in the different way I have correlated in that book. So if you go through that book, each and everything, I have written one chapter called entropy in this book. Entropy means it is, people may not be knowing, but I'll tell you. The degree of disorderness is called entropy. The degree of disorderness. Suppose you are entering into a hotel room, it is completely, things are not there in the proper place. What will happen if you enter into your bedroom also? Things are scattered here and there. How do you feel your mind is going to be disturbed? Same thing happens. We put a lot of kachras in our mind, a lot of thoughts. What will happen? The disordered mind is disordered. So how the mind is going to think clearly? So the higher the disorder, the higher the entropy. So always the sentence is develop a low entropy mind. What is that? Develop a low entropy mind so that your mind can think things peacefully. You have depression, you have so many thoughts, and you think that I want to think creative. It cannot happen. Got it? So there are like that. There are 15 laws. You want me to read out all the things? I can read out. The book is in front of me only.
You've just given the curtain raiser for them. I think that's quite a teaser. It's just like a trailer. Like this famous dialogue. ये तो अभी trailer है मेरे दोस्त, picture तो अभी बाकी है. So those who will actually want to learn from that, I'm quite sure that a lot of people would like to.
Yeah, so you can put the link over there or the name of the book there so that people can go and take that and they can get the help.
Yeah. Before we part for the day, what time do you feel that the best thoughts come? Because some people say it's in the late night, early morning. What is the best time to have the flower bloomed at the best of the thinking process?
Honestly speaking, shall I tell you what was the best time to get the books and all? Good thoughts when I was in the toilet, honestly speaking. Because when I was in the toilet, all things used to come to my mind. Because when you wake up also, you'll get a lot of thoughts. But mostly I've got all the thoughts in the toilet. Almost 90% of my ideas came in the toilet. And that's what, because I feel that I'm relaxed there and, I start getting the things.
You are in a solitude.
And
you are in a solitude.
You're in a solitude. And at the same time, before sleeping, no, you give some good thoughts to your mind and sleep. Then their subconscious will start accessing those things. And it will give you that thoughts time by time, you will get, okay, think about this, think about that. Messages will come. So the most important part is before sleeping. Remember this, when you go for your sleep in the night, before that, give some 5-10 minutes. Don't watch a TV or nothing. Just get into your own zone and start giving some good thoughts to your mind. And what are the solutions for this? Suppose I am going to write on one of the law. Let's say, how can I write on Archimedes principle? What are the things I can write? Then with that thought, I sleep. Then in the morning, hey, you write forgiveness, you write gratitude, you write love, you write about jealousy, greed, all these things. Then you correlate. All these messages is to come there. So best time is the toilet. Second best time is the before sleeping. They are the two best times for me.
Yeah. As we normally say that it all varies from person to person, and the views or expressions are always expressed by the speaker. So everybody has to cross-check, and everybody has its, they say that there cannot be one size shoe which fits all. And like there was an illustration given with respect of police vis-a-vis army, it also varies. Like we have seen Kiran Bedi carrying her own image. Like we have seen, we gave an example with Mahatma Gandhi. We have seen Vallabhbhai Patel as to how the Iron Man, Sardar Patel created his own image. So it's all, as I say, that the work speaks louder than your all efforts. Eventually, the result does count. I believe that after this session, a lot of people will have a lot of takes to carry forward. And those who want to join further, they can always look forward, connect with KP. And we are quite sure that we will keep on coming with different types of sessions on different perspectives of law. Stay connected with us on our WhatsApp group. Everyone stay safe, stay blessed, and happy Republic Day in advance. As we go celebrate the Constitution, this thing. So I also feel that you will also learn to constitute well thoughts in a right manner. Everyone, Jai Hind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaskar.
God bless you.